Hello and welcome to my guide on the Bloodied Blows contract for Yama. This guide will be using just Mage. You can melee the boss. It'll be a little bit faster, but it's a little bit harder. I found Mage to be more consistent. This is one of the harder contracts for Yama. This and Sensory Clouding are probably the two hardest ones. This one requires you to keep your hit points as low as possible throughout the entire kill to deal maximum damage. You will need at least 36% Mage bonus to complete this contract. That means you can bin the Fortified ward for a regular ward if you don't have an Arcane. This allows you to one-shot the jellyfish with 14 or fewer hit points during Enrage. I use the Purging Staff. You can also use the Tumikin Shadow. You will just need to make sure that you switch properly when you have to kill the jellyfish, and you have to make sure your heart stays up. If your heart goes down, you will do a lot less damage. So I find it easier to just camp the Purging Staff. If you want a little bit extra DPS, you can use the Tumikin Shadow. For supplies, you can take 2 or 3 Sanfew Restores. You bring 2 Anglers. You eat them at 75% and 50% to get your HP a little bit higher just to deal with the judge. You will want an SGS to help hit the judge. If you don't have an SGS, that's fine. You can just kick it. The spec just helps you a little bit, get some HP back. You want 3 Sanfew Restores and an Accursed Scepter. The Scepter makes you a little bit more accurate on the boss. If you don't have one, it's fine. It just helps a tiny bit, and you're not using a whole lot of specs during the first 2 parts of the boss. The rest of your inventory you can fill with Guthix Rest potions and Moths. The Guthix Rest heal you 4 hit points with no attack cooldown. The Moths heal you 8, but they have only 2 uses. These will help you a lot in Enrage, so you're not on cooldown. You should not bring any hard food. Hard food will put you on cooldown. It will make the Enrage phase much slower, and that is the longest part of the boss. At the start of the boss, you want to make sure you are 1 HP. The lower your hit points are, it essentially raises the floor of your damage. So if you have 1 hit point, your minimum damage hit and your maximum damage hit are the same. In this case, it's 67. You will still roll for your accuracy, but you're fairly accurate with magics, so it's not a huge deal. There are essentially 2 ways the boss can start. He can either start with the blue or black glyph on the ground closest to you, or with the red one. You will pray the opposite style as the first glyph on the ground. So in this case, we started with the blue glyph. That means we're going to start by praying Mage, and then we will switch to range after the first hit. You will always do 1 auto and then a special. You can then make your way down to the next glyph and continue praying. You'll see here we ignore the jellyfish during the first 2 parts. If our DPS is good, we can skip them entirely. If it's bad, we need to touch both glyphs, and that will null all damage. Yama will teleport you when he reaches 75% and 50%. You want to immediately eat your Angler. That way, if you take some chip damage here, you will not die immediately. You can hit the boss from the rocks and then switch to your SGS. I like to do a spec here and cast Death Charge. It just makes my HP a little bit higher. That way you can't accidentally die to chip damage, or you at least lower the odds. You'll want to then locate her as soon as you kill the judge and get ready for phase 2. Just like with normal Yama, phase 2 will start with the same style as phase 1. The blue glyph is a little bit easier to deal with because you won't have to walk and dodge waves with the red glyph that freezes your movement. You'll just continue fighting the boss as you did in P1. Its hit points will usually be a little bit lower because you can sometimes get an extra hit off in P1. You can start at like 70, 72%. Helps a little bit, but you want to just continue, dodge the jellyfish, and get ready for the Enrage phase. As you're fighting the second judge, you want to keep an eye on your hit points. Make sure you start Enrage at 14 or less hit points. If you are in the 20s, you can Locator Orb and then Rock Cake down to 14. You want to make sure you're not going to take chip damage as you Locator Orb. That can sometimes get you killed. Just make sure you start at 14, that way you can one-shot the jellyfish during the Enrage phase. When you start the Enrage phase, make sure you have Mark of Darkness cast, and make sure you have your Thrall out. He will do 3 auto attacks before he sends his first waves. This gives you time to switch, dodge, make sure your prayer is healthy before you have to start doing things. Here, you want to start the waves on this tile. This lets you immediately dodge the first 2 sets of bombs with just 1 click. So you'll dodge the first set, and then you'll dodge the second set, and then you need to move to dodge the third. It will either be a vertical or horizontal. It'll be the opposite of whatever the first set of waves was. From there, you'll want to just click through these sets of waves. When they hit the green, you can then click on the red. You have 2 ticks of leeway here. so it's quite a bit of time to move. As you dodge the bombs, you can start killing the jellyfish. Make sure you don't click on them the tick they appear. You will click through them, and that will get you killed, likely as you will drag. We'll send another set of bombs with no waves. These are quite simple. Here you want to make sure you have about 14 HP. Make sure you're not getting chipped too low or that you haven't eaten up too high, and get ready to dodge the bombs again. From here, the whole cycle repeats. You want to keep dodging, keep switching your prayers every attack, and then keep dodging the waves. As you see here, sometimes the waves come horizontal, and you'll need to make an L movement. When they come straight, you can just click straight through. You'll repeat this cycle 4 or 5 times before killing the boss. As the boss gets low HP, just make sure you kill all of the jellyfish, finish them off. You don't want to noodle and splash a bunch and then die to the jellyfish. There's no rush to kill this on your first try, you just want to get the completion. So make sure you kill the jellyfish, take your time, eat up, feel free to miss hits, and you will get it. I hope this video was helpful. Bloodied Blows is one of the harder Yama contracts, along with sensory clouding, but it is quite a lot of fun when you can get it done consistently. Constantly hitting for your max hit feels very nice, seeing the big number. I hope this video helps. I'll attach 2 full kills of Bloodied Blows at the end of this, so you can watch completion in real time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave one in the comments. Thanks for watching.